Don't worry, little guy. We got this. Stay positive. Hey, how's it going? Some new junk and prepping some junk for Plan B. How come junk always needs to be done or fixed? Anyways, if you saw my last video, you know I decided to change directions and go to Plan B. Because if I'm not careful, someone's going to slip away and I'm not going to get anything done. Basically, I'm going to start working on my 77 Corvette because I think that'll be a lot faster than finishing the Trans Am up right now. And to also make that a little faster, I'm going to use the Vortec heads off of that junk engine out of the 4x4 truck. Now when I tore those heads apart, the exhaust valves didn't look too good. And I thought I had some heads that I might be able to steal the valves from, so I went ahead and dug them out. Turns out I had two sets of heads. A set of 882s and some 462s. The 462s are out of a 84 Corvette, I believe. Also some other junk I dug up that's going to be scrap and used for another video. Don't get excited, that cam is just a stock cam in the box that was used to put in that originally. Over here I got one of each of the heads so I can show you what I found. Rust right at the valve stem line, valve seal line. And on the 462s, the tips of the valves are all rusty. So what I got is basically scrap metal. No big deal. Stock replacement exhaust valves aren't too much. They're like 25 bucks. I'll get a set off Summit when I order some junk next time. Of course, you always need more junk after you just make an order. Let's see what I got. Invoice over there. And more stickers. Now this is junk for both my projects, the Trans Am and Corvette. Of course, the top of the line clothing. This kit has all the seals for oil adapters, but I only need that one with the two holes right there, the big thick one. NTP plugs. New valve seals for the Vortec heads. And some fittings for something else in the future. And these fittings are for another video I'm making. You'll see that here soon, hopefully. And this tool is for another video I'm making, which will be put up hopefully soon as well. New True Ore timing chain. I'll give these valve cover gaskets a try. And a new flex plate. I don't need to open that right now. Check it out later. Also, part of the parts I dug out were these used Vortec rockers. I actually bought these new when I had a set of Vortec heads a long time ago. Why I saved the boxes, I don't know. I just threw most of them out and just put these two up for display. I gotta use these because Vortec heads, the push rod hole is large and you have to have a self-aligning rocker. Later, when I have more room in my budget, I'll upgrade to roller rockers. But for now, I need other things, and these are the rockers I'm going to use. I'm also going to use these cylinder head bolts. Well, reuse them. Because they're not torque to yield, they're torque to angle, and whatever that means, it means they're reusable. Of course, after I clean them up. So next, I'm going to head out to my workshop and start prepping some junk. Making progress. Got the bolts all cleaned up. Well, the sealer and rust has been removed. I just used the wire wheel. But I still need to clean them off with some solvent. And I'll do that right before I use them and apply new sealer. Also, I made a set of dummy spark plugs. That way I don't damage the spark plug threads in the cylinder heads when I polish up the chambers. I just cut off the electrodes and ground the tips down. Then I need to finish making a set of dummy valves because I don't have a set of stock size valves. I already have a set over here of the 20216, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to grind the ends so that way I can get in there a little bit tighter in some spots. I also like to cut the tips off so they don't stick out of the head as much when I have it flipped upside down. To grind the ends, I just chuck them up in the vise, chuck them up in the drill, go back over here to the grinder. So let me finish these up and I'll show you what I got next. Bonus clip. I almost forgot. If you got an LS, there's a rare chance you might have sodium filled valves, hollow sodium filled valves. Don't cut the tips off those. Google it. The dummy valves are done, so on to the next thing. I pulled one of the cylinder heads out, and as you can see, it went from a block of grease to a block of rust. I actually had to clean out the valve cover area. There was a lot more rust in there than I expected. Of course, I went ahead and lubricated it so it wouldn't rust back up. By the way, these Dremel little wheels and cups work great for tight areas. I actually need to get another one so I can finish the other side. Back to the cylinder head. Anyways, sometime around 1980 plus or minus, GM decided to go from 1/2 inch NTP cooling sending unit port to 3/8. So to use this in my 1977 Corvette, I need to drill that hole out and retap it. I'm going to use this kit I got off eBay. It's about 15-16 bucks with the right size drill and a 1/2 inch NTP tap. Time to make this happen. Get out of there. Give me it. Nice and tight. Okay. Right about there. Helps if you're going the right direction. First part's done. Now you got to tap it. Since this is cast iron, of course I'm going to tap it dry. The block gets a little farther out. there. Got it. Now it doesn't need to go super deep. I just checked on one of my other heads. It's definitely getting to the point where it's almost too hard to turn. So, as long as it seals, that's all that matters. Probably should have tried to drill it a little straighter, but it'll work. All done. My advice is probably try a little bit straighter. It'll seal though. It's only maybe a tad bit crooked. It goes in about the same on this head over here. If I can get to start. Come on. Yep, just a few turns. And when you crank it down, it'll seal good. So that's all I got for now. Next time I got a standalone video I'm going to do for the studs. Until then, thanks for watching. Keep it real. Anyone else think my V8 looks more like a 4-cylinder? Maybe I need to take an art class. Nah, I'm good.
Awesome.